Hello, welcome to Dong Nai Radio and Television Station. Here comes the news today. The COVID-19 pandemic has negatively affected the operation of European businesses in Vietnam. However, European Businesses Association in Vietnam, Eurocharm, said that without the prompt and decisive actions of the Vietnamese government, the situation will surely get worse. Eurocharm's Business Environment Index dropped to only 26% in the first quarter of this year, significantly lower than the 77% at the end of 2019. However, thanks to the positive actions of the Vietnamese government, including Prime Minister Directive 11, 4 of 5 European business leaders are confident that they will be able to retain at least 70% of the number of employees in the next quarter. The extension of tax and land rent payment is the most effective measure, followed by the suspension of social insurance payment for enterprises. President of Eurocharm Nicolas Audier emphasized that COVID-19 is a global pandemic. Businesses around the world are suffering. Without the swift and assertive actions of the Vietnamese government, the situation will surely get worse. Eurocharm is committed to accompanying the government in maintaining Vietnam's long-term economic growth, willing to share the recommendations to help minimize the disease disruptions. Although there was a positive signal in import-export in March, according to the authorities, the amounts of goods cleared were still very slow. At present, the General Department of Customs is coordinating with the concerned ministries and branches to closely monitor the situation of removing difficulties and supporting enterprises in production and business activities. In order to support enterprises to clear customs quickly, the General Department of Customs has requested that the provinces and cities focus on implementing it to minimize the inspection and examination of enterprises. Specifically, failing to organize periodical inspection and specialized inspection in 2020 for enterprises showing no signs of violations to create conditions for enterprises to focus on solving difficulties and maintaining production and business. Coronavirus is currently posing unprecedented challenges and enormous difficulties for the entire economy. So, in addition to the assistance to facilitate business clearance, there is still a need to have policies to overcome the negative effects as well as prepare for the recovery of businesses after the pandemic. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, a progressive standard-bearer whose campaigns for the Oval Office help usher in a left-leaning movement within segments of the Democratic Party, has ended his 2020 bid. He pledged to work with former Vice President Joe Biden, who will most likely win the Democratic president nomination. Bernie Sanders said, "I wish I could give you a better news, but I think you'd know the truth that we are now 300 delegates behind Vice President Biden, and the path towards victory is virtually impossible." Senator Bernie Sanders ended his campaign for president on Wednesday, clearing the way for former Vice President Joe Biden to capture the Democratic nomination and challenge President Trump in November. In response to Mr. Sanders' decision, Biden made a direct appeal to Sanders' supporters as well. On April 9, the National Health Commission of China announced that mainland China had recorded 61 more cases of COVID-19 infections originating from abroad, bringing the total number of cases to 1,103. On April the 8th, mainland China recorded 17 new cases, including 16 cases from abroad. According to the National Health Commission of China, the same day that 91 patients with COVID-19 were discharged, bringing the total number of patients recovered to 70,370. Mainland China has recorded a total of 81,865 COVID-19 infections and 3,335 deaths. That's all for the news today. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.